Hello everyone, welcome back to Pixel Village and I am Radha Krishnan. Well, it was almost 2 years back that we got introduced to video transmitters. All that while we were using audio transmitters, and we got really excited when Hollyland called and sent one product over and asked us to do a review, and in return for the review they agreed to let us keep that product, and this is the one which we got 2 years back, and we did a decent in-depth review of what exactly is a video transmitter and what all things you can do with it and how good this particular model, the Mars 400S, was. It was received pretty well, and subsequently Hollyland, when they upgraded this product, they sent another one, which is the 400S Pro. We use them extensively at Pixel Village during our live telecasts and stuff, and the 400 Pro was an upgrade to the 400S. We all know by now what a video transmitter is and what are the advantages and of course some disadvantages of a video transmitter. And I must tell you, Hollyland has played a major role, at least in this country, to make it popular. There are other brands which are used by high-end professionals like Hollywood and serious feature film production, etc. There are other brands available, but for content producers like us, Hollyland was exactly what the doctor ordered. They brought in such interesting products at such amazing price points. Now this was, around $400 odd, and we are also using an audio product, Lark 150. Again, beautiful, very well designed, clever product from Hollyland, which we've been using. We are really enjoying using these. Now, a few months back, well, Hollyland, they created an interesting digital media campaign, and they were introducing a new product, and they were asking the viewer to guess what that product is. I also got, of course, excited, but lo and behold, the courier guy delivered this amazing product to our doorstep just in time for the launch, and they asked us to try and test and do a video. And of course, here it is. It was released some time back, but we got a time. After doing some test, we eventually got down to doing a video about that product. It's called the Hollyland Cosmo C1. Okay, let me keep these boys aside and let me talk about this one. Well, this is how this product arrives, in a hard case. So ready to use, and everything that you need except the battery is inside this box. Hard case opens up, and I was so impressed by the design itself. It's very small and very well made. I mean, the quality, it oozes quality, okay? I mean, that's how I would like to express that. And very clearly, it has a made to last feel. Let me take everything in the box outside and let's go through this. And of course, we will talk about the advantages and the disadvantages of this product. This is all that comes in the box, all right? I mean, a transmitter and the receiver, of course, both are exactly, they are identical, except that they are very clearly demarked by a red labeling for the transmitter and the blue one for the receiver. And they have two sets of transmitter and receiver antennas, and for special kind of circumstances, they have a separate kind of a transmitter antenna called the mushroom antenna. We'll explain that why and what is the difference and where you need it. I will explain as we go on. A set of mushroom antenna only for the transmitter. Of course, they have a USB cable. I'll tell you why this is for charger, and two different types of mounts. This one is in case if you want to mount the product, your transmitter horizontally, or the receiver, wherever you want to put this will stay horizontally on the camera or the recorder, whichever that you want to kind of use this with. And a magic arm. Basically, it allows you to kind of have various, tilting angles. This is again a wonderful, very useful product that to come along with the package. Well, as content creators, we all are happy, at least at this point, because of the price restrictions. We are all happy with, let's say, 1080. A 4K is for the high-end professionals, and the price difference is huge, so we are not talking about it. But for people like us, what is important are two parameters. One, the effective distance, the transmitting distance, and the latency. Latency basically means the time that is taken or the lag that happens between transmission and reception. In the case of the 400 series, the effective distance was 400 feet, and the lag for the 400S was 0.4 seconds. And for the 400S Pro was 0.1 second. Though that time, kind of seems like a very, negligible amount of time, but for a focus puller, it was considerable amount of time, and that delay would cause, let's say, a shot. But when it came to C1, the Cosmo C1, they addressed these two issues. Well, the distance now, the transmitting distance now is 1,000 feet. All right, and the lag has now come down to 0.04 seconds. That's fantastic. So which means if you are a smart focus puller, you can actually use this to pull focus. But we like the Cosmo C1 for an entirely different reason, and we will actually demonstrate it for you. And that's all that we need to do to tell you that this one is a champ. Okay, before that, let me quickly tell you that, of course, this is where the antenna goes, and it has an HDMI in. For the transmitter, of course, it's the HDMI in, and of course, the receiver is the HDMI out. And this also has an SDI feature. Okay, so SDI, of course, SDI in at the transmitter, SDI out at the receiver. It also gives you a loop out. One word of caution, in case if you want to use the SDI loop out, then one limitation for the C1 is that even your transmitter must have the video signal going in through the SDI port. If the video is going into the HDMI port, well, you will not get the SDI loop out at the reception end. Now, the Cosmo C1 also has this amazingly new technology, which actually makes this a product really special, called the HEBO. It basically handles the signals way better than all the other earlier products. It makes use of 5.1 gigahertz to 5.8 gigahertz of transmitting frequency. And it also has an auto selection channel feature. Basically, it switches the channels automatically depending on the strength. And these two features collectively makes the blackout frames in between, the dropout frames in between, a thing of the past. Now, that one feature is a big boon for everyone who's using this for live broadcasts. Another unique feature of the Cosmo C1 is the ability to go live using just a USB-C cable. Plug it on to your C port of your computer, and you are ready to stream using any of your popular streaming platforms. You can also do FaceTime chats using the Cosmo C1. Well, what else? It has 3 different ways you can power this device by directly connecting it to the main source using an adapter. Only one adapter is supplied. You can also use your regular Sony batteries. It has a patented technology by which it stays, it's as simple as that, it stays very well to the device. So battery is one, the adapter is one. The third one is that same USB port can be used to power. Well, all you need is a battery, like a power bank. Use your USB-C port and you can power this device. So the 3 ways in which you can power this device. Well, all right, so what else? I spoke about the features of Cosmo C1, power, USB cable and mounting options. Oh yes, antenna. All right. Video transmission is a line and sight transmission. Basically, it means that the transmitter and the receiver ideally should be seeing each other and should be within the prescribed range for optimum reception. Audio is very different. Audio can actually go through walls. You can have obstructions. The video guys don't really enjoy that. So you have 2 antennas on the transmitter and 2 on the receiver. Now this flat, tall guys, they allow you to kind of send the signals horizontally. They just go 360 degrees horizontally, which means wherever the transmitter is, the receiver should be horizontally available within the range. But in case the transmitter and receiver is in 2 different levels, all right, one is on the ground floor and the other is, let's say, a couple of stories high for various reasons, well, then the transmitter should be mounted, or transmitter should use the mushroom antenna. It allows you to kind of transmit the signal in 360 degree direction. So that's very important. You must remember. Otherwise, there can be loss of signals. Well, what else? What we need to do is, as they say, seeing is believing. I'm going to show you 1 or probably 2 scenarios where you're going to be really excited about the efficiency of this product. Let me just get down and show it to you, and that'll explain everything about this product. Let's go. Well, this is going to be a rather unusual demonstration, all right? Well, please ignore the mess. There's a lot of construction going around. We are building something here. There'll be noise, there'll be dust, there'll be people crisscrossing without notice. So please ignore that. Nevertheless, we're going to have an interesting demonstration. So this camera here in front of me has the C1 on top of an XT3, all right? And it's got the mushroom transmitter, rather the mushroom antenna fitted on it. The audio is with me. This camera is receiving the audio. And I have the receiver somewhere at the far end of this corridor and inside a room, which is supposed to be our, let's say, the editing console, the live switching console is going to be once we finish this project. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk as this camera is recording, and also the recorder there in the receiver end is recording. I'm going to walk there. Well, I got an audio here, so you will continue to hear the audio because the audio is being received in this camera, transmitted, through the C1 to that end. Well, let me see how it's all going to work. So it's almost about 60-70 feet away, and there are a couple of real brick walls in between. So I'm going to walk
all the way there. So let me see. She's going to be here, she's going to be the host. She's not going to move, but let me see. I'm going to walk to the receiver end. Like I said, please ignore the mess. And I am entering that place where we're building some stuff here. There's some work going on there, right? Okay, and as you saw me walking almost 60-70 feet, walked through that corridor, entered the room, and well, of course, took a couple of turns, and let me turn this camera around. Yeah, this is where, in this corner is where our editing console is supposed to be. Okay, this is rather the switcher. Now only the table is ready, it's being constructed, and here in this corner is where my video is. Can you see that? All right, can you tell Aditya to come in front and move there?
Aditya, come in front of the camera.
All right, just move around.
Move around.
As you can see, there is absolutely no lag. Come in front of the camera. Right, nice. Pretend as if you're talking to her. All right, perfect. So what is interesting is that the receiver and the transmitter is almost 60-70 feet away, and there's a lot of obstructions in between, but the video is perfectly clear. That's what I was saying. Now, of course, the audio got dropped because my receiver is sitting on that camera. All right, so audio is dropped. So the audio that you're hearing now is through my camera, the camera that I'm speaking into. Well, it's very simple. I think it's fantastic. We're going to have all our live sessions, our demonstrations, all happening in those rooms there, but live switching from this corner. And currently they are communicating using mobile phones, but ideally you should have a Bluetooth headphone. Yeah. In fact, Hollyland is making a wonderful Bluetooth communication device, and we are hoping to receive it very soon. Well, another experiment. Well, we are standing on the 5th floor. That's where our office is. And what I'm trying to do is to walk down to the ground floor, 5 floors down, and try to see if I can I can transmit the video signals and the audio signals here. And this, recorder here record it perfectly without any dropped frames. Okay, Aditya, let's walk towards the lift. And let's see what we're going to record. So that's here, he is, and we're going to walk down that step. All right, so let's go. Okay. That's right. Now, one thing is certain, that inside a lift like this, and if you are trying to walk downstairs, the video signals will be dropped.
As soon as we got out of the lift, the Cosmo C1 started receiving the signal.
Okay. Now we are in the ground floor. Well, Aditya is right next to me. I don't know if you can see him. Well, there he is. He's along with me, and I'm going to check with our recording guys whether they are receiving the audio properly. Are you receiving? Perfect. I just got a confirmation that the video signals are being received perfectly. All right, I'm going to walk that way. Okay, ready. Let me also show you where the receiver is. Okay, they are it's right there. Okay, let me just turn the camera around and show you where they are. That's where the 5th floor is, and that's where they are. Okay.
So you saw how the device performed in two rather difficult kind of scenarios. One, the reception was, or the receiver was inside a room in one corner. In the other occasion, it was 5 floors apart. It did not drop a frame, except while we were inside the lift. And I suspect that will happen if you are walking down the stairs too. So other than these, 2 instances, which I think you should be careful about, the device did not drop even a single frame. In many other videos and demonstrations, I saw how the 1,000 feet, line inside transmission happened. So I didn't want to even try, because we put it through some difficult situations and it handled without any problem. I swear by this mushroom antenna, because we tried it with the regular antenna. It did drop the frame, or it kind of froze in between, but with this it performed very well. So I don't think there is any harm in putting this on permanently, on your transmitter. Just a suggestion. Well, at about $800, which is roughly about 62,000 Indian rupees, give or take a few for taxes and import duties, etc. This is almost twice as expensive as the Mars series from the Mars 400S. But given all its advantages, I think it's worth spending that money, especially the professional camera users, the professional cinema camera users, digital camera users are going to really like, because this has the SDI. So you can loop out and watch the video on a professional monitor. The streamer is definitely going to help, because he doesn't have to spend on multiple devices. Though it is very well built, I'm sure this is going to be put through some real tough kind of conditions, because this is going to be used for live streaming, and it's going to be used out there on the field, and it's going to be exposed to elements for sure. So a little bit of caution definitely is advisable because of the conditions that it's likely to be put into. Well, other than that, I have no doubts about the capability of this device. We're going to definitely enjoy. So now we have 3 devices, and we're going to really, I'm sure, we're going to enjoy this. Especially lots of activities are coming up, and we now going to look forward to receiving that Bluetooth device, because that's the missing link, right? We were communicating using mobile phones, and a Bluetooth device would be ideal. And if it's from the same brand, nothing like it. So you have a Hollyland audio device, a video transmitter, and a communication device. Perfect solution. I think that's it for this video. If you are interested in learning photography, please head over to pixelvillage.com. We have a set of fantastic photography teachers there taking classes for you. They're all recorded sessions. You can watch the bouquet of offering, and if you like it, you can subscribe. Bye for now.